Well, these Saudi players have been waiting quite a while for this moment as they try to get one back over on their Syrian rivals. Of course, these two teams met earlier in the qualifiers in what was truly one of the great games of the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, a game that went to overtime. Syria led for most of that contest, but the Saudis, or the Saudi Swatters, battled back and forced overtime. Actually had a chance to win at the end of regulation, and they did not, and then they ended up falling to Syria. You could see the two teams right there in the hunt for that second place. In fact, one of the top two places. If you don't advance as one of the direct places and you finish third, you can go to the additional qualifying tournaments. So all would not be lost, but plenty of excitement here. And really, when you look at the players and the opportunities that you get in your careers, and you get to put on the national team shirt and have a chance to go to a major championship like the FIBA Asia Cup, which is going to be held in August in the great country of Indonesia. Well, what more do you want? And the stakes are going to be high. And again, it is a rematch between two teams that served up an absolute thriller in the first meeting. Perhaps a little lacking in defense at times, but at the end of the day, they entertained us like nobody's business. It was incredible stuff. And who's going to take center stage today? Well, I can't wait. Abdel Gabbar, perhaps. Who knows? Al-Hamwi, he had a great game in that first one. Marjane as well for Syria was terrific in that first meeting. The players right now coming out here in Amman in the Prince Hamza Arena and getting ready for the national anthems. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia already out. And the Syrians will soon be joining them out on the hardwood as we get ready for the national anthem. So we saw the standings, and just to go over it again, if you win your group or finish second, you qualify automatically for the FIBA Asia Cup. And if you finish third, well, this year you've got that additional qualifying tournament that would still allow you to get in. And just speaking personally, I hope that we get to see both of these teams in Indonesia, because they are worth the price of admission when they are turning on all cylinders, as they were in the first meeting. So again, okay, so the players lining up for the national anthem. And just as a reminder, when these two teams met the first time, that was way back on February 23rd, back in 2020. So it's been a while since that first meeting. And we're getting ready to hear the playing of the national anthems for both of these teams. One of the great things about international competition is that you do get to have those experiences of playing for your country and going out there, putting your hand on your heart and singing your national anthem. Okay, so I guess we're going to hear now the referees, Ahmed Al-Balushi from Oman, Palskayim from Lebanon, and Alexei there from Kazakhstan getting to make the calls today. Alexander Rulyov, rather, from Kazakhstan. And the players warming up here before the opening tip. We should be getting a look at the rosters and the starting five. So the starting five for Saudi Arabia: Mohammed Al-Marwani, Mathna Al-Marwani, Jaber Kabe, Khalid Abdel Gabbar, and Mohammed Al-Suwalim, who I thought was the most valuable player so far. And again, everybody else coming off the bench. Ali Al-Sanhani, the head coach of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You know, first game was back again on February 23rd. And King Abdullah Sports City. So here we go now. Anthony Bakar, Anas Shaban, Douglas Heron is a naturalized player this time. Amer Al-Sati and Kemal Kanublat for Syria. So Douglas Herring fills that role that was held by Trey Kell in the first meeting. Trey Kell poured in a lot of points. Mikhail Terekov, the head coach of Syria. So once again, I misspoke. There's Alexei Stepanenko from Kazakhstan is one of the referees, along with Paul Skyam and Ahmed Al-Balushi. It was, in fact, Alexander Rulyov from Kazakhstan in the first meeting between these two teams. So those referees do a good job getting ready for these games. Here we are now in Amman in the Prince Hamza, and again, because of the COVID pandemic having wreaked havoc throughout this competition. You know, this game was supposed to have already been played, but it's been pushed back pretty close to, in fact, that August FIBA Asia Cup. And better late than never, I say. And but the coronavirus pandemic, obviously safety first, and it wasn't deemed safe at the time to have this game, so it was pushed back. And again, we're going to hopefully be treated to another classic the way we were the first time when these two teams met. First game ended 75-70 in favor of Syria. And the Saudis, as a reminder, came from behind and actually had a three-pointer to win it at the buzzer, and then they got the offensive rebound and also missed a contested short jumper in the lane, the ball bouncing off the backboard and off the rim. And then once the game went to overtime, it was Syria who did actually trail early in the overtime, but ended up getting their noses back in front and getting a win, which could end up punching their ticket. Every win is priceless, every win. So that was vital for them as they tried to get into the FIBA Asia Cup. But again, the delay, you know, these teams not able to play in the normal windows that have been set up for international basketball. So they are hoping to find their stride. Who knows, it could take a little bit of time to get into rhythm here in this game, and that could be a big factor for these teams. But I suspect with everything at stake, it's going to be the intensity will not be lacking from the very beginning. So again, just seconds away from the start of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia clash with Syria. The second meeting, the first one won 75-70 by Syria. And also these two teams coming into this game battling for one of those top two spots in the group. In Group E, Iran actually up at the top right now at 3-1. Qatar are down at 1-3 in fourth place. But if you get into, if you finish first or second, you actually advance directly to the FIBA Asia Cup. And if you finish third, you get to go to the additional qualifying tournament. Also looking around at the other groups, Philippines on top in Group A at 3-0 over Korea, who have only played 2 games. Indonesia, who are 1-2, occupying the 3rd spot, and Thailand are in 4th. Of course, Indonesia have already qualified for the FIBA Asia Cup as the host nation. And don't forget, Indonesia will be one of the sites, one of the host nations for the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. It's hard to believe it's not that far away. Seems like we were just in China. So already a lot of excitement building for the FIBA Basketball World Cup, the premier competition in basketball, in international basketball. It is magnificent. And talk about the other teams. Well, in Group B, teams have not played many games, so those are going to be made up. Chinese Taipei 1-1, Japan 1-0, Malaysia 0-1. China have not even played a game yet. Can you believe that? Australia and New Zealand up the top in Group C, both of them 2-1. Guam and Hong Kong both 0-1. Lebanon have clinched first in Group D with 6 wins and as many games. Bahrain are 4-2 in second, and India are in 3rd spot at 2-4. Iraq 0-6. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Amman, Jordan. This is the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, and Saudi Arabia come right out and hit the 3-pointer to get things going. And what they have to view as a must-win game today, going up the Syria game, if they want going up against this Syria team, as they try to get into the top 2. Syria come right back and left wide open, stroking the 3-pointer as well. So both of these teams not messing around here. There's Abdel Gabbar, who we anticipated would be a big factor in this game, hitting that opening 3 for the Saudi Swatters. And of course, Douglas Herring collecting a quick assist here for the Syrians, assisting on Amer Al-Sati's 3-pointer. But now the Saudis are back at the free throw line and moving back in front. So Al Marwani makes the first. I'll tell you, talk about all of the tournaments, all of the World Cups, the FIBA Asia Cups, you name it, the Olympics. But for my money, I absolutely love the qualifiers. There's just so much drama, so many plots, subplots. You know, what these players go through to get to those major tournaments. It is a story in itself. Here we go. Syria trying to pull level or perhaps take the lead. They will if this drops, but it doesn't. So Douglas Herring's first attempt from the arc was short. Remember, Trey Kell was the man on the money in the first meeting between these two teams. But he is not occupying that naturalized spot for this game. Or for these games, rather. Saudi Arabia shaking and baking, putting it up at the elbow, and the ball knocked off the rim by Syria. Well done. And they chase the basketball down. Asladi again. This time he's going to drive and puts it off the glass and in. So great start for the big number 24, Amer Al-Sati. Quick response there for the putback. Well, Saudi Arabia's number 12. We talked about him, Al-Su Walim, perhaps the MVP to this point for his overall contribution, and already making an impact with the offensive rebound and putback. You simply cannot give away offensive rebounds to the Saudi Arabia. They will punish you. This time trying to get it back to Al-Sadi. The ball knocked away. And then the reach and the cheap foul given away by Anas Shaban. I tell you, you go to all the continental events, whether it's the FIBA Eurobasket, FIBA Afrobasket, FIBA AmeriCup, but I tell you, that FIBA Asia Cup is something special when you go. It is it is a lot of fun to cover the FIBA Asia Cup. It is a lot of fun to go as a fan. It's a lot of fun to play. And these players are really looking, trying to make sure they're going to be there for the party in Indonesia. That'll be in the second half of August. Al-Sati drives in. Nobody under the boards. Not sure about that shot. A bit disorganized, and now quickly nobody picks up Abdel Gabar, who this time just drives in for a layup. So the uncontested layup pushes the Saudi Arabians up 9-5. Shaban hands it back. Now they pass it outside to Al-Sati, and offensive rebound this time for Syria. But Shaban has it. Nice his way in. Oh, beautiful pass. Beautiful pass and beautiful finish from Douglas Herring. Good work from the Syrian point guard. Three-point shot, and perhaps again a little suspect early in the shot clock. And not much effort there in terms of getting down on the boards. Al-Sati catches down low. He gets rejected from the big fella, Al-Sul Walim. Well, count the blocks, folks. You know, when they call him the Saudi Swatters, that's why they call him that. Big number 12 there. He gets those long arms up. And if you don't take it strong, he's sending it right back at you, perhaps even up into row H. Cowboys looking to inbound the basketball. Abdel Gabar. He knows two speeds, fast and faster. Passes it back outside. Kabe puts it up from the arc, and only white shirts under the boards. Herring. Quick pass, and Al-Sati spins and called for the travel. That's a good call. I mean, he was trying to force his way in, a little bit out of control. And here he is, folks. Marjane, who was utterly sensational in the first game, checks into the game. Also Jamil Sadir comes into the game. Al-Sati goes out. Shaban goes out. And let's see what kind of impact they make. They were as loose as a goose in the first meeting, just looked very relaxed. And Al-Sul Walim spinning his way in, and well, it didn't look like he had anywhere to go, but he's able to draw the foul. With a foul on Kemal Kanbalat. 2 free throws coming for the Saudi center. Tofek Saleh checks into the game, and Kanbalat goes out. And here he is, Al-Sul Walim. He's already scored with an offensive rebound and putback. He's already blocked his shot, and here he is doing good work to get to the free throw line. And his soft touch gets him a couple of points at the charity stripe. And the lead now is 4 points. Ball batted out of bounds. You don't want to lose sight of Anthony Bakar if you're Saudi Arabia as well. He's a player that can hurt you. He's had a quiet start to the game. Here's Marjani, though. How terrific was he in that first game? This time he gets rejected. They were looking for him, but the ball comes back. Herring fumbles the ball away, but into the hands of Tofek Saleh. Saleh now gets in the paint. He gets rivet, and Herring, well, the shot is not true. And the Saudi Arabians looking to extend their advantage. Alsu Walim again, and he was fouled, so causing problems. When he catches it down the low block is Alsu Walim. We're just talking about the impact of Marjani in that first game, number 10 for Syria, had 17 points, 7 assists, a couple of steals, and he played 40 minutes. So obviously with the overtime, the game was 45 minutes long, but he played the majority of the game. Alsu Walim, meanwhile, goes to the line and again makes his free throws. So he's off to a fast start here today, 6 points. And the 23-year-old makes both free throws, came in averaging 10.5 points, 11.5 rebounds in the Asia Cup qualifiers. In that first game, he had 11 points, 15 rebounds, and 1 block shot. Suwalim is 2.08 meters in height. That's 6 feet 10 inches. But when you consider his wingspan, he plays much bigger. The only thing is, I think he struggles a little bit in terms of the number of minutes that he plays. Good for the coach to give him the odd break if they can. Al Marwani goes out for Saudi Arabia, and Shubaili comes in. So Ali Shubaili getting some minutes here early for Saudi Arabia. Oh boy, careless pass from Herring. Not sure where he was going with that. And Saudi Arabia, if they like to do anything, they like to get out and run. And they attack quickly. They're up 15-7, folks. Forcing a timeout. Look at the excitement over on that bench. They know what's at stake here. They don't want to trail for pretty much, the entire game like in the first meeting and have to come back late. They want to establish themselves. And Syria called timeout. Remember, no Trey Kell, but Douglas Herring. Herring so far has a couple of points. He's 1 of 2 from the floor.
You don't want to play. Don't want to play as a team. Don't want to think. You are starting to play for yourself. Everybody sees this now. You see, this is the problem. And making stupid mistakes. Don't go with the ball here. They're also icing. When you make 2 up, come over here. You receive the ball here. If he's making top like
well, I didn't want to interrupt the coach because he was speaking English and making very good sense. It's like you guys aren't playing as a team. You're playing for yourselves, but not for your teammates. And this is why you're down 15-7. Nearly 6 minutes into the game. Well, that was a good move by Shaban.
It's not like they are good. We don't play. We don't play.
It's what happens a lot of times in international basketball, especially in these windows. That is the challenge. You've got to find your rhythm. You got to go from your club sides to the national team, and this is why continuity and lineups and rosters is so important, because you pretty much understand what your coach wants. And it looks like Herring has either put on an undershirt or has changed his jersey, but he comes back out. So let's see if the timeout makes any difference for Syria. Coach has challenged them to play more as a team. Not much movement right there. Saleh comes up for the high pick and he rolls, but there's no threat there. Marjani, meanwhile, passes out to Bakar. He hits a 3. That's a player I think he can probably help this team a lot, especially if they're going to leave him open. So he gets it back to a 5-point deficit. Oh, good defense from Tofik Saleh, and now the bump and an unsportsmanlike has been called. An unsportsmanlike foul on Ayub Al-Hassawi. And there was no need for that. First of all, you fumble the ball away. That was a bad play. And then you commit the unsportsmanlike. So it's going to be 2 free throws and possession. And he just lost it. And then got in the way of Bakar without really making a basketball play. And then the foul has been called. So Bakar, who just hit a 3-pointer, comes out and gets to the line and makes the first. They credited Tofek Saleh with the steal, and Anthony Bakar makes both free throws, so that's 5 consecutive points. Now he's running the baseline. Get it to Bakar. He's got the hot hand. Well, no, they get it out to Saleh, who's open as well, and he hits a 3. And just like that, we've got a tie game. How quickly things have changed. Boy, that was a bad sequence for Saudi Arabia. All that good work. Abdel Jabbar goes in, misses with his drive. And now the foul up high has been called on Shabali. The game is as much mental as physical when you think about it. You have got to be focused, concentrated, not make stupid mistakes. And it was a bad mistake by the Saudis, which have allowed this team to come back from Syria and Saleh getting the open 3. I thought they should have found Bakar, but it just goes to show you Saleh had the big steal. Now here's Herring, if they could get him going, and he hits a 3, and the Syrians have stormed into the lead now 18-15. They have reeled off 11 unanswered points. Unbelievable turnaround here in the Prince Hamza. A sloppy pass. Oh, Saudi Arabia almost turning it over again. And pretty crazy shot there. Because he didn't hit anything, they don't reset the shot clock. They're going to complain and say that the ball did glance off the rim on the previous 3. But that appeal is going to fall on deaf ears. Oh boy, the careless turnover by Tofek Saleh, and Saudi Arabia this time soaring for the layup. And they cut it back to a 1-point deficit. Here again is that look.
Hey, it's a boxing 1. It's a boxing 1.
I'm not sure what the highlight was, in fact, or that replay. So the 11-0 run seems to have awakened Saudi Arabia. Al-Sati gets open, misses badly. And the ball goes almost out of bounds. Now here quickly to the other end. They save it in bounds. 3-point shot. Off target. .150 remaining. Shaban puts it back out. Oh boy, Al-Sati just kind of standing around there, not waiting for the pass, even though he was out behind the arc. Not a good play from him. Tofek Saleh goes out. So overall, good minutes from him. We've actually got a timeout on the floor, folks, with 1:13 remaining in this first quarter. It's Syria on top, 18-17 over Saudi Arabia. It's a three-pointer that was made by Douglas Herring. Let's try to listen into the coach here.
One, two, three.
No. Open shoot.
Well, Douglas Herring figures to be an important player today. Actually played college basketball at the Division III level at Utica College. Has established himself a nice career in Asia.
Have no sense of fucking urgency, bro.
Played all over the world, in fact. Here we go. Shaban has it for Syria. No Alhamwe on the roster. The big center for Syria. And a hold has been called on Saudi Arabia. Look at the Syrian coach over there barking away his orders.
Thumbs down.
Basketball inbounded. Here we go. Syria again looking down low. Little double team. Al-Sati shares the basketball and the big miss. Rather the miss. And from the big center. Now he comes back and plays defense. Gets his hands up. Doesn't affect the shot. Not at all. Great finish by Saudi Arabia. Moved back in front 19-18. Saleh spins, turns. Excuse me, it's Kambalat. Saleh's out now.
Oh my God. Hold it on them.
So it looks like free throws coming for Merjane, who was fouled by Mohammed Al-Sagir out on the perimeter, and with both teams over the limit. Now, look at that. This is interesting. Kambalat thinking that they had called the foul down low on him, and he was going to get some free throws. He was going to the line, and then Merjane says, no, go down to the line. They fouled me. And I'm pretty sure that they would rather have Merjane at the free throw line. And now I believe the Saudi Arabian coach is also, because of what Kambalat did, is questioning whether or not the right man is at the free throw line. But they definitely did call the foul on Al-Hassawi and registered it, the foul being committed on Merjane. And that will not count if it goes. Oh boy, but it almost went. Can you believe that? That would have been something else. It would not have counted, though. It left his hands just a little too late. Al-Mawani, boy, we have got a game that we anticipated, folks. It is tight. Perhaps the intensity level defensively isn't where it needs to be. But nevertheless, entertaining. Syria leading at 20-19 over Saudi Arabia at the end of one.
You start panic and push. Every time you start to listen the ball and make the ball and share the ball.
Saudi Arabia and Syria both perfect at the free throw line. Saudi Arabia 5 of 8 inside the arc. And where Syria are doing their damage is 4 of 7 from three-point range.
1,000 times I say to you, be patient. Need stop to panic and start to listen and share the ball. That's it.
So that's what happens when you do leave the Saudis open for the three. And Al-Sati, who have been pretty effective from the arc, hitting that early one, then decided to drive in. Abdel Gabbar was able to get to the line, then Tofek Saleh was able to drill one. Don't forget the contribution from Anthony Bakar as well. For Syria, he hit a three-pointer, then he went to the line and made a couple of free throws. So when you go down the list there, Herring, Bakar, and Al-Sati each with 5 points. 3 points for Tofek Saleh, hit that 1-3. They're 4-7 from three-point range. For Saudi Arabia, it's Al-Marwani with 6 points, and Mohammed Al-Suwalim with 6. Here again, we're going to look at some of what we consider to be some of the better highlights. Great penetration at the time and drive and dish rather by Anas Shaban. And that was Bakar's three-pointer, Tofek Saleh's three-pointer, and then Douglas Herring's three. So the three-point shot has been huge for Syria. And of course, how in the world did he finish that one? Al-Marwani, but he did. Hey folks, make sure you get the FIBA Asia Cup app in your smartphone. As you can see, it's downloaded for free. You don't want to be without it. Gives you all the latest news, information, features, stats. You want it, it's got it. And now reaching a foul called on Saudi Arabia. Bakar left open. Oh, soft release. It just rolled off the rim. Could be a factor today. Oh, what a rejection from Al-Sati. Not in my house, he says. Shaban crosses midcourt, hands it off to Al-Sati. Doesn't mess around, goes straight in, but a little bit out of control. And you don't want to do that against Al-Suwalim. Abdel Gabbar passes. And the air ball. Tell you folks, we got basketball going on around the world. It is exciting stuff, especially here in Asia with these FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. This team is trying to get to the FIBA Asia Cup, but of course the FIBA Women's America Cup tipped off yesterday, and San Juan, Puerto Rico had 4 games there. A lot of excitement around international basketball right now. Oh, wonderful rebound from Camelot, and he puts it up and in. Syria back in front, 22-19 now over Saudi Arabia. And now the offensive foul has been called on big number 15, Nasser Abu Jalas. Just slides. Although, to be fair, they could have called it on Ali Shubali. Looked like he might have pushed off as well. No, they did call it, in fact, on Shubali. So Douglas Herring picks up his dribble, gets it to Bakar. Now Al-Sati. And Shaban was out of bounds. That is so frustrating, even as a spectator, to see it, a player catch the ball and then step out of bounds, but invariably it happens once or twice a game. I think you have to call that an unforced turnover, and now a hold has been called on that Syrian defense. So Camelot, big bad number 28. He's frustrated. He's gonna have to come out, but that means Tofek Saleh comes back in, and for my money, he's been one of the better players in this contest for Syria. He has a tough task of guarding Al-Suwalim. Let's look at him. Al-Suwalim backing up but called for the travel, so Tofek Saleh comes right in And his good defense forces the turnover on Al Suwalim. Remember, Al Suwalim is just 23 years of age. He figures to be around for a very long time for Saudi Arabia. Tofak Saleh is a veteran at 31 years of age. The Lebanese referee Skyam calls a hold. So another foul on the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That's 3 already, and we're just over 2 minutes into this second quarter. So could end up being a quarter where the Syrians get to go to the free throw line early on, and they've shot their free throws well today. Saudi Arabia trying to pick up the defense a little bit. Herring dribbling. Good decision to bounce pass, but no, it was not a good decision in the end because the shot clock had expired. Good defense that time for Saudi Arabia, and they get the reward. Abdel Gabbar has it knocked out of his hands by Anas Shaban. They pass it around on the perimeter. They get it down low to Al Suwalim. He holds his ground, goes up, stays with it. And this time not able to get it to go. Great defense. Contesting of the shot by Syria. Saleh now is back to the basket. Passes it back outside. Bakar drives in. Can't get the drop. Al Suwalim with the rebound. Abdel Gabbar. And he is fouled by Al Sati. Al Sati now going out of the game. Mohammed Al-Mawani giving a look over the referee, number 4. Three-point shot, no hesitation. And Saudi Arabia knotted at 22. So that was Jaber Nasser Kabe, and the assist was Abdel Gabbar. Pulling up Marjane, anxious to get into this one, misses the open jump shot. Goes for the steal. Abdel Gabbar not giving it up. Drives in. Boy, he is electric when he gets it going. So smooth. Might want to call him the Saudi Smooth, because he is certainly slick with the ball in his hands. Abdel Gabbar dumps it down low to Tofak Saleh. They pass it nicely. Douglas Herring. And again, good defense from Saudi Arabia, forcing the turnover. Jamil Sadir said, you can't give me the ball that late in the shot clock. I don't have any time to do anything with it. About as close as it can be right now. 24-22. Saudi Arabia, they launch another 3, and this time Kabe off target. Now, good job hustling Bakar, but he saves it in bounds, and he triggers a fast break for Saudi Arabia. And Abdel Gabbar shows us his left hand this time. And I'll tell you what, if there's any player that looks almost unstoppable when he gets the basketball on the open floor, it is that man right there, Khalid Abdel Gabbar. Timeout has been called as we get another look at the three-pointer, and now the Abdel Gabbar show. Now here in the Prince Hamza. Let's listen again to the Syrian bench.
3 times we make stupid attack. This is also risky. This is risky patience. Don't think this long pass. When you start to play one-on-one, kill. Go. We had the advantage.
Well, you hear the sense of urgency over there from that coaching staff of Syria. Coach imploring his team to go out and play better defense. Well, we haven't seen Al-Jabi play. Tariq Al-Jabi. He's had some huge gains for Syria over the years. We haven't seen Sharif Alosh, who also has had some big moments. I like to call him the sheriff. But the sheriff so far is not in town. We'll have to save that one for when he enters the game. Marjane pulls up for 3. Well short. Oh boy, the ball fell nicely for Tofek Saleh. Just wasn't ready to catch it. And referee, Saudi Arabia, I agree. They're like, hey, shouldn't that be our basketball? But the referees have a better look at it than us. And they're down on the floor. So Marjane not having the impact that he had in the first meeting. He's left open. He steps back. Nice little give and go. Nice! Well, you got to like the confidence. He's eager to get it going, and he has got a silky smooth release. Remember, he had 17 points in the first meeting, and that's his first 3 of the day. Midway through the second quarter. Now the pass down low, knocked away by Bakar. Now in the open break, they've got numbers, but they're not able to capitalize. And dribbling around, they turn it over. Abdel Gabar again. Oh, goodness gracious. Abdel Gabar is just earning a living in that open floor. Wonderful for Saudi Arabia. Very careless by Syria. Got to get the basketball to your guards. And now an offensive foul called on Marjane, pushing off. Good job by Kabe. Sharing the basketball. Abdel Gabar passes over to his teammate number 20, Shabali, who drills the 3, and Saudi Arabia. Their biggest lead of the their biggest lead has been 8 points, so now they're up by 6. Kabai over to Tofek Saleh, and now Douglas Herring is fouled out on the perimeter. So players shuttling in and out. Al-Sager comes into the game. Mohamed Al-Sager has played a few minutes already. He guards the inbounds. Shaban able to get the basketball inside or into Al-Sati. Now Douglas Herring fouled by Al-Mukhtar. Ahmed Al-Mukhtar. And you know, that is a bad foul. That's a bad foul because, well, okay, get up and play some D, but don't foul because you're going to put them on the free throw line. And Syria right now struggling a little bit offensively, a little bit disoriented because of the great defense. But where they're not struggling is at the free throw line. They've been perfect. And Herring makes a couple of free throws, so the rest of the way, the Syrian team is now in the bonus. They've still got another one that they can give before they put Saudi on the line. Now, good defense down low by Herring. Sati not able to get the basketball before it goes out of bounds. In fact, it was good hands up as well in the first place from Al-Sati. Shot clock about to expire, and dribbling it out of bounds, not able to control it, was Al-Mukhtar. So Ahmed Al-Mukhtar turns it over, and here's now another chance for Syria. They're going to face some full court pressure. Okay, it's token full court pressure. Now they're going to drop back. Oh, nice pass. And Tofek Saleh, beautiful cut. I think that was Herring that delivered that. It was indeed Herring with the assist. So back to a two-point game. But powering his way up down low and scoring was Mohammed Al-Marwani, taking it back up to a 4-point advantage. Shaban dribbles left. Certainly a pass-first point guard. Good activity by the Saudi Arabians out on the perimeter, but it leaves a drive there. And, well, Al-Sati has to do better. He didn't finish strong. He just kind of turned his back and tried to finger roll it with his back to the basket. And instead, Abdel Kabar goes down and makes another layup. That kid is incredible. He is fun to watch. Abdel Kabar, 13 points. And I'll tell you what, he's shooting a high percentage because he's shooting layups. 35-29. This time nobody picks up Shaban, but he misses the layup. Here's Abdel Kabar again. And as he tries to knife his way into the lane, he's fouled by Al-Sati. I don't think they can stop him. He likes to have the ball in his hands, Abdel Kabar. He likes to find his way to the basket, and he's also got 3 assists to go with his 13 points. So with 1:55 remaining, we've got a timeout. And Saudi Arabia up 35-29. This is a great pass by Herring. And Tofek Saleh with the finish. But since that point, it's been all Saudi Arabia, and especially this guy right here, Abdel Kabar.
How many times did you see this? Huh? How many times? Yes,
See the percentages from the floor. Khalid Abdel Kabar played for the Windsor Lancers back in the 2014-2015 season. He's from Ontario. Mississauga, Ontario. A lot of good Canadian players. And back to live action, and Al-Marwani drives in for the layup. How many layups have the Saudis gotten today? And they've equaled their biggest lead of the game. They're up 8 points, and now with a chance to go up by 9. Al-Mawani does not complete the three-point play. So 140 remaining in Syria. And they do not even get the basketball across midcourt in time. You can see, good call by the ref, just 15 on the shot clock. So it's been a very poor finish to the first half for Syria, who are in danger of falling even further behind here. Three-point shot, and that was an air ball. That was a gift for Syria, an air ball by Mohamed Al-Sagher. So Shaban, the basketball, gets it across midcourt in time. Tufek Saleh hands it off. And oh boy, what a shot. The three-pointer by Zakaria Al-Hussein. That's just what the doctor ordered. First attempt from the floor. Now they get the turnover, and it leads to a fast break, and it's be Herring. And Herring lays it up and in. So suddenly a little burst here of life from Syria, who have pulled back to within 3 points. So a couple of times Saudi Arabia have moved up by several points, but they haven't really been able to pull away. But Al-Suwailim powers his way down low. The twisting shot layup. And they inbound the basketball. And they're going to try to hold it for one shot. Shaban. And the kick. Good defense. No problem with that. And Marjane is going to come back into the game. They'd like him to get open to launch one. Sate goes out of the game. Well, he's hit one. Will it be two in a row? No, it will not. And he took it too early as well. So another opportunity to get it. Al-Suwailim, and boy, they lived dangerously there, did Syria, but they escape. It's not a problem that Zakaria Al-Hussein attempted the three, but he just attempted it too early in the shot clock. But nevertheless, Saudi Arabia leading at 39-34 over Syria at halftime. Well, you look at the numbers, the frustrated coach from Syria. It's even on the boards and in the assists, and Saudi Arabia walk off the court, and the Syrians trudge off the court as well. Abdel-Jabbar with 13 points certainly has been terrific. Al-Suwailim as well. He missed right there at the end. That could have pushed it back up to a 7-point lead. Al-Mawani with 6 points. 9 for Herring leads the way for Syria. So Al-Suwailim is going to get a few minutes to rest, and then he'll be back out there. No doubt playing a lot of minutes in that second half for Syria. Well, while we have a moment, folks, just as a reminder, in the FIBA Asia Cup 2021 qualifiers, this is a Group E game. Both Syria and Saudi Arabia have come into this at 2-2. Syria had the benefit of having won the first game 75-70 after overtime, and Saudi Arabia are getting the better of the two today. But, you know, not only the victory, you would think, but perhaps a goal differential could also be important. So you want to keep an eye on that. These two teams trading blows. The top two spots from Group E will advance to the FIBA Asia Cup. The team that finishes third will advance to the additional qualifying tournament. So we are at halftime, and it is Saudi Arabia on top here in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers in Amman, 39-34. We'll be right back.
Zone press, low for three though. Misses it. Oh, and the follow! The monster crushing jam. Smith-Milner.
Prosper shots up off the side of the backboard, but he gets his own rebound. And Prosper! Big time dunk from Lester Prosper.
Philippines, nice little roll, and the elevation! What a finish! Off 2 feet, switches hands. Great finish from him, really impressive. But the rejection from Mayouk. Lebanon in transition now. Mayouk goes up high with the exclamation point. After Mayouk, both ends of the floor. Look at this, there's the block. Runs the floor. Great play from his point guards. Steps inside, loses the handle. What will India do? They've got time to get a shot away. Buzzer beater, it's good! She has won the game on the buzzer with a floating three.
Well, folks, we're at halftime of Syria and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia leading at 39-34 in this Group E battle in the qualifiers for the FIBA Asia Cup. And just as a reminder, it was Syria who won the first meeting between these two teams after overtime, 75-70. So you never know that goal differential could come into play in determining who finishes in the top two and qualifies directly for the FIBA Asia Cup. And of course, Qatar will be following, and they'll be taking on Iran. Iran right now up at the top of Group E with 3-1. Qatar at 1-3. But you know, you look at the various teams and what their prospects are. So for Qatar, they've got the game against Iran, and they also play Syria, and that'll be on Monday. So a lot to be decided in this group. And Saudi Arabia also is not only are they playing today, but they play Iran on Monday. So it doesn't get any easier for them. It depends how you look at it, really. I mean, depending also on what happens with Iran and Qatar. I'm only guessing that Saudi Arabia and Syria would rather that Iran won that game and over Qatar and drop them even further afield to boost their chances of at least getting a top 3 spot, never mind a top 2 spot. But we'll see what happens. It does make it much more exciting. So Iran will certainly like their chances, really. I mean, they're going to be at the Olympics later this year. They had a good FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 in China, certainly one of the powerhouses of Asian basketball. And it's all happening here in the Prince Hamza in Amman, Jordan. So again, we're at halftime. It's 39-34 in favor of Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia again getting 13 points from their electric guard Khalid Abdel Gabbar. And you've also got Mohammed Al-Marwani, who has 6 points. You've got Mohammed Al-Su Walim, who has 8 points and 8 rebounds. He's a double-double machine. Also has a steal and a block. And you've got 6 points as well from Matna Al-Marwani. So the Marwanis each contributing 6 points. Ali Shubali also hit a 3-pointer, his only field goal attempt today. And Syria, when they're, you know, really, in my opinion, the key has been in this game when Saudi Arabia have turned it up a notch defensively. They've forced some turnovers, and they've scored off those turnovers. They've actually got 13 points off of the turnovers, and that's where Abdel Gabbar has done a lot of his damage. And of course, that's why also the points in the paint number of 24 for Saudi Arabia is so much higher than the 10 for Syria. Where Syria have done well is they've got 7 second chance points. Just 2 on that offensive rebound and putback by Al-Su Walim for Saudi Arabia, and a little bit more better support coming from the bench for Syria. It's been a tight game, but it's a 5-point lead for Saudi Arabia right now. We've seen how quickly that can disappear for them. Remember, they were up 15-7 early on, and Syria went on an 11-0 run and were really in good shape. But the Saudi Arabian defense, particularly in that second quarter, really kind of turned things around for them. So how are they going to respond? Syria, certainly their coach was giving them quite a tongue lashing as they left the court. There's Douglas Herring with 9 points. Three of 5 from the floor. Had Trey Kell playing in the last window that they actually played games in. Remember, the coronavirus pandemic has led to postponements of all these games. Safety first. The leaders for Saudi Arabia, Abdel Gabbar with 13 points. Al-Su Walim has 8 rebounds to go with his 8 points. And you can see Abdel Gabbar also dishing out some assists today. Those two guys are, they figure to be with this Saudi team for years to come. And how enjoyable would it be to be able to go out and watch them play at the FIBA Asia Cup in Indonesia. Okay, all masked up here over on that Saudi bench. And we are about ready to go here in the second half. Well, welcome back, folks. If you've just been away to the kitchen to get a tea, perhaps a crumpet, we are underway in the third quarter. And Saudi Arabia come out and attempt a three-pointer. And now they're able to get into the fast break mode. Kambalat fell down. Shaban back to Kambalat. Douglas Herring has the 9 points, passes it back outside. And Bakar drives in and scores. He's got 7. I've said it before and I'll say it again. That is a player that can help this team out a lot more. Maybe needs to get a few touches. Abdel Gabbar, you'd rather face him in the half court than the open floor, that's for sure. Here he is dancing around, puts up a little floater. Well, he's just been terrific. 15 points now for Abdel Gabbar, former Windsor Lancer. Shaban weaving his way around. Kambalat now. Anthony Bakar over to Shaban for 2 and goes down, hoping to get the foul called. With that jump shot, you understand why he doesn't put that many up. Didn't look that good, did it? Get it down low to Al-Su Walim. The ball. Well, they call a hold on Syria. Called the foul on Douglas Herring. Abdel-Jabbar gets down low, and Alsu Walim loses it, but they maintain possession. Shot clock about to expire. Can they get a shot off? Desperation mode, and unsuccessfully. So I guess you'd have to say a little bit better defensively that time by Syria. And this time brings it across midcourt in plenty of time. Bakar, pass down low to Kambalat. And the whistle blew before the shot. And what have they called here? Have they called it unsportsmanlike? Just with that reaction. No, they just called a foul. I'm not sure why the reaction was like that by Alsu Walim. Anyway, Bakar again, this time misses. Goes to the corner, and now a foul has been called on Syria. Abdel-Jabbar gets the bump by Shaban, and again, that's a weak foul. Don't know why you commit that foul. He doesn't think they should call it. I just don't know why you put yourself at risk there. I know that Abdel-Jabbar has been a problem, more so in the open floor than in the half court. So I don't know why you're bumping him. Marjane is going to come into the game at the next opportunity. And the ball goes off the foot of Saudi Arabia and back into the hands of the team in white. So Shaban's going to come out. And Marjane, who you would think would be instant offense. Seems like he's had the shackles on him from his coach today. There he is, Marjane for three. And Kambalat rebounds it, gets it over to Marjane, who is fouled. That's only the second team foul on Saudi Arabia. That one is on Jaber Nasser Kabe. Now the drive, and Herring misses. Mid-range jump shot. Oh, great recovery that time by Syria's number 11, Jamil Sadir, to get in there, but then they turn the ball back over, and with the pump fake, Sadir comes in and fouls Mohammed Al-Marwani. Oh, the pump fake just does wonders, doesn't it? More times than not, it gets that defense off its feet. But Al-Marwani does not punish Syria, as his team misses for the second time today from the free throw line. He does get the second one to go. So they're now 7 of 9 at the line. Both teams shooting it pretty well from the line today. Syria are perfect, 6 of 6. Only 4 points in it right now. 6 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Kambalat kind of half-heartedly set a pick. They pass it around. Marjane drifts in and went too close to Alsu Walim, who just rejects him. Goodness gracious. Now that miss. That miss by Kabe brings it now for Herring. Oh boy, he gets fouled putting it up. That would have counted if it had gone, but instead he gets 3 free throws. And again, it's kind of the pump fake. Come on, Kabe. You know, you left your feet. He definitely leaned into you to make sure there's going to be contact. There's a man, there's a coach that he doesn't seem to smile too much, does he? He is Mr. Intensity. Herring sinks the first. And it seems like Saudi Arabia should be much further ahead at this point. Their biggest lead has been 8 points, and right now they're leading by just 2. But they have definitely spurned some opportunities, and Herring gets all 3 free throws. And again, don't forget, they are perfect at the line, 9 of 9. Al-Sati comes in, Tofek Saleh comes in. Shubali also comes in for Kabe for Saudi Arabia. Kambalat, Jamil Sadir goes out. And boy, good look, missed by Saudi Arabia. He's appealing for a foul, but that appeal falls on deaf ears. Bakar falls down, was able to get rid of it to Tofek Saleh Marjane. Here he is again. He launches. Just can't get into his rhythm today, but they're paying closer attention to him. 3-point shot left corner. Good rebound. Al-Sati. Herring coming to life. Puts it up. Banks it in. He's starting to really influence the game now. He had the 3 free throws. Now that drive has got 14 points. And we're almost at the midpoint here of this third quarter. So Syria back in front. Pass out to the perimeter. They're going to get it off in time. Well, they do indeed. Boy, they got off just in the nick of time. Saudi Arabia go back up by 1. That was Al-Marwani. Al-Sati left open. He hits it. That was nice because it was in the flow of the offense. They had 2 or 3 touches before he let it fly. That's his second 3-pointer of the game. Again, they work it down low, and Alsu Watlin goes up and scores. 10 points, 9 rebounds for the big fella. Here he goes, Marjani. Again, great response by Alsu Watlin. And now an unsportsmanlike foul has been called on Anthony Bakar. Now they could go and review this if they wanted. Watch this again. I mean, he was definitely reaching for the basketball, but Saudi Arabia did a good job there of selling it. And now they've got a chance to have a big trip down the floor. 2 free throws and possession. I don't think the Syrian players are going to get any sympathy at all from their coach. Well, just 1 of 2 at the free throw line after the unsportsmanlike for Matna Al-Marwani. So it's a 1-point lead for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Al-Marwani again gets in the paint, and traveling is the call. Good defense. He held his ground, so it did not turn out to be a disaster, as some unsportsmanlike fouls can be. Only got 1 point. I thought that was a good call by the referee. It looked like the defense was set. Herring passes over to Bakar. Bounce pass, beautiful play, but Al-Sati was stopped by the rim. And it leads to a transition basket for Saudi Arabia. Ali Shubali. Well, they've absolutely killed them on the fast break today. Look at that, 13 points. Bakar for 3. He has come to play. Goodness gracious. I have to say, you look back at the expert opinions piece on the FIBA Asia Cup website, and you can see that was a man that we thought could step up and be a big contributor. But here's Saudi Arabia answering immediately. Matna Al-Marwani has come out with a bit between the teeth here in this third quarter. So he pushes the lead back to 3. This is more like it. Both these teams starting to sink in how important this game is. Bakar for 3, this time short. And Abdel Jabbar, well, there's contact, no call. Al-Su Walim, Abdel Jabbar, and well, I was gonna say he's being guarded now. Douglas Herring ends up turning it over, and it's like a pinball now. Who's gonna pick it up? And it's gonna be Syria. They're gonna end up with a 3. It's Douglas Herring. Good! Goodness me! We didn't even know who was gonna come up with a basketball. And they end up getting a 3. It's 52 apiece. This game is well and truly alive, folks. 12 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Crucial game in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. 3-point shot, air ball. And Al-Sati had position. Now Herring, he's been terrific. He's let the game come to him. He hasn't forced it. Al-Sati drives in, strong move, but with his back to the basket released, it made it a little bit harder than he needed to. And this time coming up and guarding and called for the foul is Zakaria Al-Hussein. I don't understand Al-Sati. A couple times today he's driven in, and instead of just going up strong facing the basket, he kind of turns so his back is to the basket, and then he flings it up. So Al-Hussein has to come out after the foul as his coach is barking away. And I think that's exactly what he was saying, what I was talking about when he drove into the basket. He was facing the basket, but then as he got closer to the basket, he kind of twists in the air, so his back is to the basket, and then he just kind of throws it up, hoping it's, you know, praying it's going to go in or hoping somebody's going to get the rebound, instead of just going strong and maybe even trying to dunk it with 2 hands. Well, here in the Prince Hamza, it is about as good as we could have hoped for, folks. Now 53-52, Saudi Arabia on top of Syria. Campbell back in the game, as is Sadir. Campbell gets it down low. Kind of reacted too late. Now he's going to go up against Al-Su Walim, and this time the foul has been called on the 23-year-old. He's down there moving his feet, but Campbell is going to get to the line. In fact, that's only 4 team fouls, and he wasn't in the shooting motion. And certainly Al-Su Walim, whenever a foul is called, it's like he's in a state of disbelief. Just accept it and move on. Here's Bakar. Good job by Abdel Bakar, or Jabbar rather. And the reach by Al-Marwani. Sadir puts it up. Oh, good recognition from Sadir, knowing the shot clock was about to expire. Put it up. The soft release, and it's back to a 1-point lead. Al-Marwani. Kabe pulls up with the line. Now over it goes to Shubali. Ali Shubali. Oh, terrific. He hasn't forced it. He's let the game come to him all day, just like Douglas Herring. And the result is that Saudi Arabia go back in front by 1 point. Campbell up high for the pick. No, he doesn't run. Here's Bakar, drives in, and he gets rejected by Al-Su Walim, the Saudi swatter-in-chief. You don't even want to go in there when he's in that low post. I mean, he is rejecting like nobody's business today. Look at this. That is what you call rim protection. So they fall asleep. They're able to inbound the basketball to Herring, who scores with the alley-oop pass from Shaban. Great play. And Saudi Arabia fell asleep there on the inbounds play. Now they're going to try to hold it for one. No, they are not. And that's why, because wide open was Jaber Nasser Kabe. So he drills his second three of the game. Final seconds ticking off the clock. Shaban. Kambalat. Oh boy, Kambalat puts it up from three. Complaining that he was fouled. Surely you can get a better shot than that. Get it to Herring or get it to Bakar to drive. So at the end of three quarters, Saudi Arabia leads Syria 58-56 in this FIBA Asia Cup 2021 Group E qualifier. Well, Syria's 9 3-pointers has been crucial for them. Also, they're perfect at the line that we talked about. Saudi not bad themselves. Well, 69%. You'd like to be over 70 if possible, but they're 17 of 28 inside the arc. A lot of those coming in transition, those baskets. And for you guys that love, those, you love to talk about stats. Let's talk about some stats for you. We talked about Anthony Bakar needs to come out today and play well, and he has. He's 10 points, 4 rebounds. He's got a steal. Herring has just been terrific. 6 of 10 from the floor, 19 points. Perfect at the line, 5 of 5. He's got a couple of threes. Remember, he got fouled while attempting a three-pointer. He made all 3 in a crucial part of the game. Erjani, the star, really the last win for Syria, just 1 of 8 from the floor. He's got 5 points. Tofek Saleh has 5 points. He's 2 of 2. And Sate, who drew the wrath of his coach for turning his back to the basket. Amer Al-Sati has 8 points, but he's 3 of 11 from the floor, 1 of 7 from inside the arc. And they were able to, Syria, keep Abdel Gabbar in check in that quarter. He's only scored 2 points. He's got 15 now in the game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Here's the numbers that you want to watch. Mohamed Alsu Walim, he's got 10 points. He's got 9 rebounds. He's got 4 blocks. He's plus 18 efficiency. He has come out and really delivered today. Although I suppose from an offensive standpoint, maybe could do a little bit better. That was a big shot by Sadir, his only basket of the game. And Al-Marwani, Madna Al-Marwani with 11 points. Just 1 of 8 from the floor, or from 3-point range. Fourth quarter action underway here in the Prince Hamza between Syria and Saudi Arabia. Both teams 2-2 in Group E, and they get it down low. And this time, Al-Sadi took the advice of his coach and just went up strong and finished. And this is the result. He's got a chance for a 3-point play. So Al-Sati takes his time and, first miss of the day at the free throw line for Syria. Alsu Walim gets down low, and the 23-year-old takes a difficult shot and was denied by Kambalat. Now Herring crosses midcourt, dumped down low to Kambalat. And Kambalat, what are you doing with the basketball there? He's trying to pass it to Al-Sati, but that looked like a pretty difficult play. Now into the corner, 3-point shot wide open, and they survived, did Syria, as the ball rattled out. Alsu Walim reaches in, knocks it away. Thought he might get a foul there. Kambalat has it. He's going to go right at Alsu Walim, who's reaching. You don't want to reach, and Kambalot for the second consecutive time turns the basketball over. Tofek Saleh is going to get off the bench and come in for him. Al-Su Wali turns and goes up and misses, but follows. He just wanted to get an extra rebound. Well, Al-Su Wali, 10 points now, or excuse me, 12 points, and I think it's 12 rebounds. He's got 12 points, 12 rebounds. And the Saudis back in front, but good job by Douglas Herring. Boy, he is showing his smarts out there. Just very impressed by his play today. He has not forced anything, but he's been very opportunistic, which is nice. Trey Kell was an out-and-out scorer when he played for this Syria team, but you see with it looks like Herring might be a better fit just in terms of his ability to create off the dribble, to hit the jump shot. Good free throw shooter. We got a 60-60 game. 8 minutes remaining in this Group E FIBA Asia Cup qualifier. Vital game. Tofek Saleh playing some D. Oh boy, they're going to count it. Tofek Saleh's like, what do you want me to do? I was just standing there trying to keep him out. But Mohammed Al-Marwani just beasted him. They called the foul on Douglas Herring. Well, that has to be one of the plays of the game right there. Mohammed Al-Marwani going strong. And unfortunately for him and for Saudi Arabia, he misses the free throw. Douglas Herring not getting any space at all, being guarded closely by Matna Al-Marwani. And too close, the referee says. So he calls the foul, and that's what happens when you're a player like Doug Herring and you've played as well as you have. They're going to try to stick to you like glue. But there's only so much contact that the referee is going to allow. Tofek Saleh inbounds the basketball to Al-Sati. Now over to Bakar. Tofek Saleh over to Shaban. Pump fake. Al-Sati, well, just missed the jump hook in the lane. Marwani into the corner. Oh, behind the back pass. Boy, that was a bold move by Abu Jalas. But Syria were alert, and they knocked the pass away. It was Douglas Herring, in fact, who's credited with the steal. Shaban open. Al-Sadi gets it to Bakar. Somebody's got to shoot it. Bakar, that's a 2 if it goes. The bank was not open for him. Now, up it goes. And a smart move to take it back outside, Kabe. And then he brings it back in. Oh, boy, that was slick. That was controlled play by Jaber Nasser Kabe. And Saudi Arabia go back in front, 64-60. Excuse me, that wasn't Kabe, that was Al-Marwani. Got to give credit where it's due. So Mohammed, or excuse me, so Matna Al-Marwani with that basket. Here comes the defense from Saudi Arabia that was so effective in that first half. And Bakar misses, but no white shirts there for the rebound. And if Saudi Arabia get a basket here, you have to think we're going to get a timeout. It's Abdel Gabbar puts it in. And sure enough, the timeout has come. All the momentum suddenly with Saudi Arabia. And you go back and it was that brilliant back to the basket play by Mohammed Al-Marwani, where he scored and was fouled, that really seemed to shift the momentum in this game. Let's listen into the coach.
Every time it's like this. Second, he's penetrating one-on-one like this. Why? Why we don't play aggressive? We have only one foul. Why you give him contact to go inside and score? Why? Why? Second, why you don't shoot? Why you go again inside for example shoot? Why you don't shoot? He was open here. Previous attack. No, previous attack. You are open. Why you go? Why? Why?
Yalla, guys.
Now, let's play only play. Bring the ball to numbers.
Well, they've had to come back a few times today, so they are certainly capable of doing just that against Saudi Arabia. It really does seem, as you look at Douglas Herring, again, just feeling the defense out, knowing what to do. He's just so smart, so effective today. Just so impressed by him. 21 points. But you get the feeling that maybe Saudi Arabia control their own destiny here if they can maintain their defensive intensity. Marjani has been a non-factor offensively, which is not helping Syria. Perhaps now is the time that he's going to step up. Here's Herring. Look at him. Feels the defense and tried to get it to Campbell out. I think he forced it. I'm not even sure what Campbell is going to do with that basketball once he gets it. I'm not sure I like that play. Now, Al-Marwani dribbling and almost turns it over. We get it back. Al-Marwani. Oh boy, this time, and the charge has been called. Good, solid defense. Well, we all know Alsu Walim never has a foul call that he's not going to contest, and that was another one, lowering his shoulder. Third foul on him. That is a player they do not want to lose. He's got the 12 points, the 12 rebounds, and the 4 blocked shots. Plenty of time. 5.5 minutes remaining. Just under 5.5. Anthony Baca. Sadir goes to work. Passes it back outside Campbell out for 3. Well, looks like he's certainly capable of making that shot. I wouldn't think that would be your first option, but Campbell out 4 points, 3 rebounds. Oh, great defense by Campbell at that time, anticipating the pass, reaches in, takes it away, gets it to his teammate. Herring goes behind his back, pulls up from the elbow, and maybe for the first time today, one of his shots didn't look that good. Clearly the pressure shifting to Syria now, down 6 points. Maybe reflected in that last jump shot by Herring. Abdel Gabbar has been terrific. Puts it on the deck, pulls up, and gets it to go. Wow. Abdel Gabbar, electric stuff for him. He's got 19 points, also 4 assists and 5 rebounds. 9 of 11 from the floor. Bakar, well, somehow Abdel Gabbar not able to maintain control, and this time Marjani goes in, and great defense again by Al-Marwani. Eight points the advantage, 3:40 remaining. Saudi Arabia in no rush. Let some seconds tick off the clock. Jump shot, air ball right into the hands of Sadir. Herring. Dribbles, contact, passes it out to Bakar. No time to go one-on-one. He gets to the Campbellot. Shot clock down to 5. Campbellot, he's holding on to it. He drives in. And had he gotten that to go, boy, that would have been huge. A three-point play opportunity, but he has to settle for free throws. And Alsu Wailim picks up foul number 4. So timeout on the floor. Look at Alsu Wailim. There has not been one foul called on him today that he didn't question with the ref. Well, I suppose you can't blame him for trying. Look at Shubali. He's been good today, hasn't he? Coming off the bench. Again, playing under great control. He's got 7 points. But Mathna Al-Marwani, his defense has been terrific. 15 assists for each and 15 turnovers for each. How interesting is that? But as tight as those stats are, dead even, the score is not. It's Saudi Arabia leading at 68-60. Both of these teams with 2 wins and 2 defeats in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, trailing Iran, who are 3-1, and face Qatar after this game. Qatar 1-3. The top 2 teams will qualify directly for the FIBA Asia Cup, and the team that finishes 3rd will go to the additional qualifying tournament. It's good defense by Al Saadi, but it was great effort by Alsu Wailim to stay after it. Here's Al Marwani. Look at him. Unselfishly gets it to Matna Al Marwani. And that was a huge play. That was the momentum shifting play right there, where he just did not give an inch. Going up against a taller defender, he backed his way down, scored, and drew the foul. Well, these are pressure. And Campbellot takes his time. Some ice running in his veins, makes that first one. Nasser Abu Jalas in the game as well for Saudi Arabia. Good job by Campbellot. Goes to the line, makes both free throws. Abdel Gabbar. Oh boy, wide open in the corner, and Al-Marwani can't get it to go. Marjane picks up the loose ball, picks up the rebound rather. Now over to Herring. Passes to Al Saadi. Now Shaban. What do they want? A little bit of penetration from Herring. He gets it to the corner. Al Saadi open for 3. Good! Well, that's all Herring right there. I mean, he finds his open man, and Al Saadi, we've seen it 3 times now when he's got his feet set and he's in a good rhythm, he can hit that shot. He's got 13 points, and it's a 3-point game again. And suddenly the pressure starts to go back towards Saudi. They've got to get something on this trip. Alsu Wailim saves it inbounds, and then the ball dribbles, and Abdel Gabbar drives in, misses. Alsu Wailim goes up and is fouled after collecting the rebound. And now he will attempt arguably the biggest free throws of his game today. He goes to the line with 12 points, 13 rebounds, and silky smooth gets it to drop. He does not make the second, however. And quickly up the floor, and Campbellot at the line. Well, I guess he was confident he could make it, but he did not. 150 remaining. 4-point lead for the Saudis. 3-point shot. Al-Mawani off the back of the iron. They are leaving the door wide open. Syria. To Syria. Saudi Arabia not able to finish the deal yet. Now, good things happen when Herring has the ball in his hands. Here he goes. He's got the defender on his back. And the foul has been called on Ali Shubali, and it's going to send Herring to the free throw line. And this is just absolute smarts. Clever. He's got him on his back. Earns a trip to the line. I cannot say enough good things today about Douglas Herring, how well he has played. He has been utterly terrific. Takes his time, and now he misses the free throw right after I built him up. So Herring takes his time, makes 1 of 2, gets it back to a 1-possession game, a 3-point lead for Saudi Arabia, and another timeout. And if I'm Syria, I'm putting the ball in Douglas Herring's hands every single time down the floor. I mean, he's got to get touches. Can this Saudi Arabia team has been so good at times today, especially with their defense. Can they shut this thing down completely? Kabe was left open, made that 3-pointer. You know, we've seen him go up, and we've seen Syria come back. The biggest lead has been 8 points. That's 3-point shot for Syria has been huge, 10 of 21. But 22 of 38 inside the arc for Saudi Arabia. And a lot of that has been in transition. They scored 15 points off turnovers, although I have to say Syria have actually done better in that regard in the second half. 13 fast break points for Saudi Arabia. 40 of their points coming into the paint to 24 for Syria.
1, 2, 3.
Well, this is what makes these qualifiers so special. The ramifications, the national pride, the ramifications. These teams trying to get to the Asia Cup. And you just feel it. You just feel the tension. Campbell has gone out of the game. So Sadir is in. So smaller lineup, and Syria. And how in the world did Al-Saadi not rebound that miss? That could be crucial. And Al-Saadi makes up for it by coming up with a steal. Boy, he did not want to see Saudi Arabia score after not collecting the rebound. There we go. Herring's got the basketball. They force it out of his hands. He gets it back. And they get Shaban wide open from the left. And he drills a game-tying 3-pointer. I did not expect that. Shaban has looked almost reluctant to put the ball up today. And Bakar, and sometimes, you know what? You just got to shoot it with confidence. And he did. And Saudi Arabia, what must they be thinking? They have not executed well down the stretch. Nice follow through for Shaban. So the timeout called by Saudi Arabia. And again, you have to like what Syria did there. They came down the floor. They shared the basketball. Herring had it. He didn't force it when he was double teamed. He passed, he got it back, and then he whipped the pass over to Bakar. And then when the defense ran at him, he passed it to a wide open Anas Shaban. And in that situation, it's basically
let's force the guy who hasn't scored all day to make a basket. And Shaban answered the call. He hit a three-pointer. To this point, the biggest three-pointer of the game. But that three-pointer, Syria are now 11 of 22 from three-point range. They have made one less three-pointer than they have made from inside the arc. That's how good they've been from three-point range today. They've also been very good at the line, 12 of 14. But now, Saudi Arabia going to advance the ball after the timeout. And it's going to be Abdel Gabbar that's going to inbound it to Al Marwani. He dribbles. Back to Abdel Gabbar. This time he faces a double team as well. He passes Al Marwani for three. It's long. Unbelievable. If you're a Saudi Arabian fan, you're like, how can my team be in this situation? It looked like we were in control late. But Syria had done a better job executing down the stretch. About an 8-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. Bakar, Shaban, is it going to be two in a row for him? And it's an air ball, but it falls to Sadir. And the basketball will stay at this end with 1.2 seconds remaining. And that time, Shaban looked reluctant again to shoot the basketball. I think they can actually review this. They're going to see who the ball went off of. Let's have a look. So Shaban air balls. I think it went off of Al-Su Walim. They'd have to slow it down. Referees are like, don't worry, we're going to look at it. We'll tell you who it went off of. And this is the beauty of technology. In these key situations, you can go over and review it. Watch, the ball is going to miss. It looks like it misses everything. Maybe it glances off the rim. Sadir came in, but certainly looks to me, I mean, that's it. I think that's Al-Su Walim who hits it, but Sadir also had his hands in there. I think they're going to give the ball to, they're going to keep it at this end, but we'll see. Huge decision late. Yeah, he missed everything from that angle. I tell you, it's so tight. Okay, now they're going to look at this angle. And from that angle, it looks almost like Sadir hit it out of bounds. First game won, the first meeting was won by Syria by 5 points, 75-70 after overtime. And this one is close as well. And who knows, we could have a second overtime classic between these two teams. And the other thing they could be looking at also is the clock. How much time is on the clock? So 3-point. Because there. Oh yeah, there's going to be more than 1 point. So it looks like they're going to keep the ball at this end. And there's going to be about 2.4 seconds left on the shot clock. It's good refereeing. They're taking their time to get this right, both from a timing standpoint and possession standpoint. So again, we're knotted, and they're reviewing whether or not possession will remain with Syria and how much time is left on the clock if they award them. I think they've decided they're going to give the ball to Syria, and they're going to put 2.5 seconds on the clock, shot clock. Here they go. They're ticking down the clock now. And let's see if this. Nope. Nope. They're still. Oh, no, gosh, I was way off. They're going to say there's 1.1 second left. I thought they were going to say it was like 2.5 seconds, 2.4. So they obviously are looking at something different than I am. Even with 1.1 second remaining on the shot clock, there's plenty of time to catch it and shoot it. And we've also seen them throw an alley-oop pass here. Let's see if they can get it. They tried. And I don't think any time went off the clock. Al-Su Wailim reached in and knocked it out of bounds. And you can see the Saudi bench. So Syria have called timeout. And this last 10 seconds is taking an eternity to finish here in the Prince Hamza. Boy, Tariq Al-Jabi must be thinking, what did I do? He hasn't gotten in today. He's played in so many big games, as well as Alosh. But it's hard to get those guys in there when Herring is playing as well as he has, as well as Bakar. So Marjani, I think they're going to try to get it to him so he can launch it. Either that. They just want it. They want to get either Marjani open for a three or Herring. And there might be an option to dump it into the paint. It's interesting. They've got Cabalot in there. And he can shoot it as well, so you can't afford to leave him open. Abdel Gabbar, keep an eye on him. And don't forget, you don't want to turn it over here and trigger a break for Saudi. So Syria inbound the basketball. Cabalot. Also, they took off the shot clock. That's what it was. Apologies, folks. He had plenty of time. Now here's Herring. He's going to put it up for three and missed it. And they certainly did not get a good shot in the end. Good defense by Saudi Arabia. Here I was thinking, I wasn't aware that they actually said the ball, they'd reset, they'd take the shot clock off. But anyway, 69-69 at the end of the fourth quarter. Overtime has arrived for the second time between these two teams, Syria and Saudi Arabia. Look at the numbers, 11 threes for Syria, just 5 for Saudi Arabia, but Saudi with 10 more makes inside the arc. And the Saudi Arabian free throw shooting the second half was poor. They've now dropped to 10 of 16 in the game. And Syria are going to rue the fact that they did not get even any type of good shot there at the end. That was a terrible shot that they had to settle for from Douglas Herring. This was a shot that tied it from Shaban. And then Shaban had a chance to put him in front, but airballed it. That was Al-Su Wailim, who's been very active. Well, in that first game, remember, Saudi Arabia had a couple of chances to win it at the end of regulation, did not. Now Syria spurned a couple of chances to win it. And let's see if this comes home to roost for them. And you see, instead, Saudi Arabia winning it. And also, don't forget the importance, depending on other results, you know, the margin of victory. So it was a 5-point win in the first meeting for Syria. So Saudi Arabia would like to win by 6 points or more if they could. But without a doubt, more important than anything is the win. Abdel Gabbar pretty much held in check for the most part, I think, in that second half. He had 13 points at halftime. He had 6 in the second half. And now here we are in overtime. It's going to be Saudi Arabian possession. Well, folks, it's the FIBA Asia Cup 2021 qualifiers Group E game, and we have gone to overtime. Syria and Saudi Arabia for the second time, these two teams needing extra time. And Saudi Arabia missing with their first attempt. Not a good attempt, in all honesty. They've done much more damage when they've attacked the basket. They fed it down low into that low post. Bakar goes up and he's fouled. And both these teams need to really rally themselves. Kabe picks up the foul. Need to rally themselves right now. Need to get up, get the focus back. Looked a little lethargic here at the start of overtime. Anthony Bakar has been terrific. He's got 10 points. Well, I'll say he's been terrific. He's 3 of 10 from the floor now. He was terrific early on. And perhaps the pressure starting to tell a little bit here at the free throw line. He does make 1 of 2 to put Syria back in front. "13 lead changes in the game." Now the drive, and Abdel Gabbar is going to go to the line. So here he is, folks. So good in the first half in the open floor. In transition, and now he misses his first attempt. And boy, this the free throw shooting is starting to become a problem for Saudi Arabia, who are suddenly in the 50s. 10 of 17. 10 of 18. Boy, they have really dropped. There's Bakar again to Campbellot. And much better now. Get the ball in Herring's hands. See if he can keep the defense on his back. Here he is. See if he can get the foul called. Nope. He passes over to Shaban. Shaban. Oh, what a dish to Campbellot. Oh, and Campbellot misses the layup. He's got to go up and strong and finish that. Excellent play by Shaban. Three-point attempt for Saudi. Oh, it rims out. And Bakar with the rebound. Boy, these two teams, 3.5 minutes remaining, and the stakes are so high in this FIBA Asia Cup 2021 qualifier. Campbellot, who just missed a layup, gets it back to Shaban. Campbellot again gets another chance to redeem himself, and this time he does with the left-handed layup. All you can do is ask for another chance to make amends, and he does. Now the ball down into the paint. Oh boy, great strong move by number 4, Mohamed Al-Marwani, to put it back to a 1-point game. He has been terrific, really, for his contributions, his production today. Campbellot, oh boy, doesn't catch it cleanly. And they're tied up in Syria. Catch a break. They've got possession. And this is him. Boy, he's made some tough shots today, Al-Marwani. Going right at the center as well. Al-Sadi left open. Oh, missed everything. 2.5 minutes remaining in overtime. Syria clinging to a 1-point lead. Saudi Arabia, are they going to rise up again? Now the penetration. Now Marwani bumps into Kambalot, and Kambalot picks up the foul. So Kambalot, I think that might be it for him. I think that's number 5. So Kambalot has seen the lot. He's fouled a lot. And now he's going to have to go find a spot on the bench. And that means Tofek Saleh comes back in, who was very good in the first half. Tofek Saleh. Kambalot exits with 8 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of steals, and a block. So Saleh comes back in. Remember, he hit a 3-pointer. He's got 5 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, a steal, and a turnover. And I guess they're looking at the time again. Okay, so going to the line is Matna Al-Marwani. He takes his time and this time does make it. He's been good at the line today. And he's got 14 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Six of 8 at the line, and Saudi Arabia have moved back in front here in overtime. Bakar gets it to Shaban. Well, again, you have to think Herring needs a touch. Bakar pulls up at the stripe and hits it. He's been big time. He's been fearless today. He hasn't been perfect, but he's had guts. And that was a gutsy jumper. Al-Marwani again goes down, is stripped of the basketball. And Tofek Saleh, and look at that. Syria had the basketball, they just couldn't pick it up. Now it goes back to Abdel Gabar, and he is fouled behind the arc. And not a good foul. Well, the only thing is Abdel Gabar did miss his previous 2 free throws. Well, excellent coaching there by Syria. I mean, coach is shouting as Abdel Gabar makes it to tie it. He's like, listen, you rebound the basketball and then you find your guard, you pass it. You don't just all of a sudden dribble as the big fella. That's not your job. So Abdel Gabar, after missing a couple of free throws, now capitalizes and puts Saudi Arabia back in front. 1:41 remaining, and it has been some kind of game. So many lead changes. Now 16 lead changes in the game. The dump to Al-Sadi, over to Bakar. He gets swatted out of bounds by guess who? Al-Suwalim, the Saudi swatter in chief. Here he is again. Good timing. 4.7 seconds left on the shot clock. Where do you go? I think you go to Herring if possible. They get it to him. He's guarded closely and was not able to corral it. Great defense by Al-Marwani. Those two bumping into each other. Keep an eye on that. Just 4.7 seconds remain still on the shot clock. Tofek Saleh open, puts it up. And goes off the back of the rim, but it doesn't control it. And Al-Sadi picks up the ball and now goes to the line for 2 free throws. Saudi did such a great job defensively, but then they didn't rebound the miss. And very opportunistically, Al-Saudi picks up the rebound and goes in and attacks the basket. And when he really attacks the basket, good things happen, as we've seen today. Again, 16 lead changes. Is this going to be the 17th? Could be. He makes the first. He ties it. And he does indeed. Al-Saudi makes both, and Al-Su Walim, meanwhile, on the bench. And Saudi Arabia answer. The three-pointer puts them back up by 2. She's checking Al-Su Walim's fouls, and indeed that was his 5th foul, so he's out of the game. Maybe a better chance to attack, but they're going to shoot it from 3. Al-Saudi goes up and not able to get the rebound. Syria, good hands from Herring. Saudi taking time off the clock. They put up the 3. Abdel-Jabbar, oh, almost knocked it in. Great hustle. They save it in bounds, but they trigger a break. Here comes Douglas Herring. Gets it to Tofek Saleh, back outside to Bakar, a little runner. Oh boy, they had Herring open in the corner, and now it's Saudi Arabia. They can just dribble it out. They don't have to attack. And look at Douglas Herring. He's telling Bakar, man, you got to pass it to me. I'm wide open in the corner. But I don't like that body language from Herring. I mean, Bakar's just playing basketball. So the foul has been committed. Still plenty of time, 17.5 seconds. Saudi Arabia going to have to make free throws, and you know they're shooting in the 50s. And it's Mohammed Al-Marwani who goes to the line. He's been good though today. So that takes it to a 3-point lead. Foul is on Tofek Saleh. If he makes this, what is the plan of attack? I think you just go down and get anything you can get and then try to get a steal or foul. And he does not make the second, but then Al-Saudi not able to rebound the miss. He's claiming that he was pushed out of bounds by Nasser Abu Jalas, but the referee not having it. And folks, don't forget the issue of goal differential here. Well, they're not going to, Syria are not going to allow Saudi Arabia to take it all the way down and attempt a 3. They're going to foul if they can't get a steal. And I think Al-Saudi is quite right. He went up for the rebound, and Abu Jalas had his back on him, and he kind of pushed him out of bounds, but the referee ruled they were both going for the basketball. So now they got to focus on what their coach is saying, how they're going to approach the end of this game here. Remember, both of these teams 2-2 behind 3-1 Iran and ahead of 1-3 Qatar in Group E of the FIBA Asia Cup 2021 qualifiers. I think the coach is saying the exact same thing that Al-Saudi is saying, that he's saying Al-Saudi was pushed. And that's why he wasn't able to hold on to the basketball. But think for a minute here now, folks. If Syria miss both free throws, excuse me, if Saudi Arabia miss both free throws and Syria get the rebound, will Saudi Arabia allow Syria to attempt the potential game-tying three-pointer? Well, no, they're not going to take free throws because it wasn't a foul. They just passed it out of bounds. So now they got to get a foul quickly. They're letting too much time go off the clock. And okay, so they want to protect the goal differential, I think, is what it is. And they do. And now a foul has been called. Boy, this is a bad play Very bad play by Saudi Arabia. You've stopped the clock. You've put them on the line. And now they're going to have a chance to potentially make the first and miss the second to tie it and force another overtime. It looked to me like Syria were protecting the goal differential in that play. They were, instead of obviously fouling and putting them on the line, and it paid off in the end because Al Saadi is at the line. He's 2 of 3 at the line today. He's 5 of 15 from the floor. He's got 15 points, 9 rebounds. I really think right now that they're going to hope that Al Saadi makes the first, and he's going to intentionally miss the second. Now they want to have another look, and I don't know why. But rather be safe than sorry. Rather be sure than wrong. Okay, so I guess they wanted to see who the foul was on and just make sure that which player was fouled. So it is indeed that you saw in 24, they're like, Amer Al Saadi is the man that's going to the line. Oh boy, the way these two teams play each other, I mean, anything can happen right now. I am not predicting anything. I have no idea what's going to happen at the end. Is he going to make the first? Wow, that was the one he needed to make. Now he needs to, I think, intentionally miss it, and then he need to put up a potential game-tying 3. See if he throws it hard off the rim. Okay, now I think, well, it looked like they let a little bit of time go off the clock if they got into the lane too soon. Saudi Arabia saying don't foul. Well, it could be that he's trying to make it just from a goal differential standpoint again, because if he makes it, it's a 2-point game. Yeah, once again, I think they're going to have to review and see how much time should be on the clock. So apologies, folks. The first meeting was won 75-70 by Syria after overtime. And now Saudi Arabia are up by 3. And Syria are at the line for 1 free throw. They're looking at the clock. And again, the reason why this is important is because of the potential of goal differential determining, having an impact on who finishes second and who finishes third. So these two teams will again play on Monday. Syria will go up against Qatar, and Saudi Arabia will face Iran. So you could see Syria potentially winning against Qatar and Iran winning against Saudi Arabia. Then it would come down to goal differential. Well, he does make the second, so that's what it looks like they were playing for. And now Saudi Arabia will attempt to, well, they can advance the ball. They're going to attempt to get a 3-pointer. I mean, really, if Syria are intent on not losing by more than 5 points,
or they will start from 1-1.
They could go out and foul after they inbound the basketball, but the problem is you risk fouling the three-point shooter.
1, 2, 2, bounce, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, you foul. Not immediately, because then they take 1, you second rebound. We need, yes, good, just like.
So again, the battle is on for second place, because that second place will qualify either of these teams. I mean, really, even Iran have yet, Iran could end up losing twice. Right now, Iran's up top and occupying that first spot that qualifies directly for the FIBA Asia Cup. And the second place also qualifies. And both these teams are 2-2 and battling to be in top spot for that second, or rather the best position for that second place. So they're going to inbound the basketball. They do, they get it. They get an open three, and he missed it. And now they got a chance. It's a prayer from Herring. Will it go? It's short. So Saudi Arabia have to settle for a 2-point win. And I think on balance, they will settle for that. 79-77 over Syria. They improved to 3-2, and Syria dropped to 2-3. But this thing ain't over yet, folks, in terms of the race for that second place. Well, the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, as these two teams have shown us, when they get, when push comes to shove, all bets are off. You just don't know what's going to happen. These two teams, both of their games went to overtime, and in the end, Syria ended up with a better goal differential. They were +5 in the first game, -2 in the second, so they're +3 in their head-to-head. However, Saudi Arabia are 3-2, and Syria are 2-3 in the standings, each with one game remaining. And Saudi Arabia, their remaining game is against Iran on Monday, whereas Qatar are the opponents for Syria. Remember, Qatar and Iran played later. They play next, rather, here in the Prince Hamza. And when you consider how you've lost a game by 2 points as the coach, especially, but also the players, you'll realize, had we made just one more play or even two more plays, we would have won this game. So